London, home of the iconic black taxi. They have been operating in London since 1662 to help the daily commute and tourists get around easily and quickly. They are no stranger to competition. Minicabs and rickshaws have been their main enemies on the field for the last 20 years, but a new enemy has emerged: Uber. San Francisco-based company Uber has swept across America and has almost made the yellow taxis of New York obsolete. Shame there was no Travis Bickle around.
Yeah. Faster than you.
Uber have now invaded the shores of England and are being reinforced even more every day, with more and more Uber cars operating in London, stealing work from British black taxis. Do we really want to see the classic black cabs go extinct? At first I thought it was a fair fight until I did some research and have found that it's really not at all.
Cabbies are sole traders who study the knowledge and put their money back into the local economy, not like Uber, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, part owned by Goldman Sachs, part owned by Google, that skims off all its profit and puts it into foreign bank accounts. So it's more money being siphoned out of our country. If you get a black cab, that money stays in our country, it stays in our economy. See, that's one clear advantage.
With a black cab, you are driven by a CRB-checked, safe and knowledgeable driver who knows every route, every road and every street by memory. This is because before becoming a fully licensed black cabbie, you have to study for and take the knowledge. The knowledge is dubbed one of the hardest memory tests in the world. Each trainee cabbie has to draw a complete map of London with labelled roads just by memory. On average, this can take up to 3 years. With Uber, however, you are driven by someone who has a valid driving licence and drives a Prius.
The hell is this? It's my car. It's a Prius.
That's it. Their only way of getting around is by following a sat-nav from postcode to postcode, and even then they still manage to get stuck in traffic or lost in London.
Hi, I'd like to be an Uber driver.
Okay, sure. Welcome aboard.
Don't I need to fill out a form?
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Name, Peter Griffin. Criminal history. This section is optional. I will skip this. And done. Here you go.
Yeah, none of this really matters. All I need to know is, do you have a car, a phone, and a face?
It's my dog's car. Oh, and I know you didn't ask, but I am quick to anger.
Okay, great. Now get out there and try to kiss as many ladies as you can. The record is 60 in a month. You, sir, are officially an Uber driver.
I've been cabbing for 46 years now, and over this time of period it's been fantastic, but the last few years is absolutely terrible with Uber. What it's done, it's harmed the business, there's no doubt about it. It's sort of, I think it's cut it by nearly a half. You notice the difference with the volume of traffic. They're bumper to bumper, and you see them there pumping out all the exhaust. It's a lot of pollution now, what they've brought with these cars. You could taste it in the air sometimes. If they was on the level playing field with us, I've not got no complaints. If they do the CRB check and they have the proper insurance, hire them for a reward, they've got a lot of things to bring up to our level, but they won't. They don't even pay tax. You've got Halo, which is on the apps that gets people in the custom, but we've got everything going for us. It's been going for 350 years, cabbing. It's got better and better and better so that it'd be safer for people to get in the cab. That's why we have the CRB checks, so it'd be safe for people to get in with a driver. You can't beat it. As I said, like the disabled ramp for the people to get in with their wheelchairs, we've had it all done for help people to get in the cab. You've got all these other little signs. Uber don't. They just pull along, jump in, and that's it. It's all types of people that use Uber. You get the students. Naturally, I can understand. They've got to look after their pennies. I think they're the safest and best form of transport in London. You get from A to B quite quickly, but with the roadworks, it's really made it go slow. But on the whole, cab drivers get you out of that traffic as much as they can.
Confused to why someone would choose the new over old when it's worse than the original, we asked the public their thoughts.
Have you ever used Uber before?
I have, yep.
Brilliant. No, I haven't.
Yes.
And when was the last time you used one?
2 months ago, around 2 months ago.
So how do you travel around London most of the time?
Usually by Uber or the Underground.
Mostly by tube, but if I have to, I usually actually use black cabs.
Okay. How many times have you used Uber?
Oh, a lot.
A lot? God.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe in an Uber?
Probably not to the same extent as I feel in a taxi, but it's cheaper, so hey.
Do you think they're increasing in popularity since they've come over to the UK?
Yeah, definitely. I think because you can actually track where you are. You know, you have the details of your driver, you have the details of the car you're in, and you can kind of like screenshot that, send it to a friend, or if you get an Uber for a friend, you know they get home safe.
Black cabs, right, they put back into the economy by being taxed, and whereas Uber aren't. Do you think that's fair? Like they're not being taxed?
No, actually no, I don't feel fair.
Yeah, it's not very fair.
Yeah, it's not very fair.
Yeah.
I think that it's okay for the client, but it's not fair for taxis and for because I have a friend that have a taxi in Italy, and he talks to me about the Uber service, and it's not very fair because they have to pay a lot for license, and Uber people they don't have.